Alright. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Here, give me a second. There we go. I was wondering where's my character. Oh, Arufa-san, Sora-san, Tomo, how are you doing? Good morning, good morning. I hope you guys have a good day. Tonight to this morning, we are gonna continue on with the regular morning art streams, as usual. It's been far too long since the last one, I think. Or was it just 2 days ago? Well, you just miss one day, it just kind of feels like too long when you know, when you're doing it for every day. Let's see. Let me set the chat. Sora-san says, I'm doing fine. What about you, Phil? I'm doing great. A little bit tired. My body's slightly sticky. Took a shower, but still sticky for some reason. Let's see. We should drink some tea. Start the art stream for tonight to this morning. And we should be all fine. It's good to see you all here, Tomi, Sora, Arufa, and everyone else who's not in the chat but still here. It's good to have you all here today. You know, these days all my dreams has been the same thing. It's like, you know, I need to work on more stuff, this and that, and all the like upgrades I've been doing. I feel like we really need to get going on that part, I feel. So for now, let's move on to the art stream. Boop. Ignore that, that's the thumbnail from a few days ago. From the League of Legends stream, right? I was trying to do the mind blow kind of like meme and like use my face on it, and well, use my character on that face expression, which just looks fantastic, right? I was just finishing up some thumbnails that we couldn't finish before, but that's not why we're here today. Today we are here to make one giant big piece of Banner Brigade. But I'm thinking like our characters that we have right now is so diverse and there's so many of them that's kind of hard to figure out like what should we do with it, you know? I'm gonna go grab some water for our tea, and then we can think more about it while I go and come back. Give me like a minute or something, or 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Let's turn some morning music. Some Pokemon sounds nice once in a while. Oh, too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud. Alright, okay, 20 decimal, there we go. I'll be right back. Okay, I did grab water, but I need to put my clothes in the dryer, so I'll be right back again. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. By the way, Tomoe, Sora, and Arufa, how's your day? Did it just start, or what's going on? I don't know. I just like hearing some stories from you guys, you know? How you guys are doing, what you guys are up to. Although, I feel like, you know, when it comes to streaming, sharing my own stories and all that might be fun and all. But to be honest, I don't have too much stories to share myself. So often than not, hearing you guys about like your adventures and all that really kind of, you know, what's the word? Really helped the conversation go by. Tommy says I'm having ice cream for ice cream for breakfast, huh? It's fitting. I mean, these days, it's very hot, so ice cream really does fit. Ice cream for breakfast, huh? Not enough nutrients, though. Why not pair some with some fruits and maybe milk, or you know, something more nutrient-wise. Well, ice cream for breakfast does sound fun. At the same time, I feel like, you know, you do need to, at a certain point, eat proper food too, alongside with it, you know? Alpha says, I just woke up a few hours ago. My cat woke me up. Oh, wait. Good morning, Alpha. Cats do that, right? Oh, give me a second. My nose bridge is itchy. Give me a second. Sorry about my eczema's acting up. So kind of hard to stream. Right now. Sora says, this music. Yeah, I feel like Pokemon has that nostalgia factor, you know, when it comes to music. Sora says, welcome back, Phil, thank you. I'm just trying to, like, you know, relax, calm down, but for some reason my eczema is acting up really badly right now. It's okay. Alright. So... Originally I was thinking of, like, you know, putting them all in, like, just one big picture. But maybe it's better to just pair them up with someone, you know, each other. Like, groups of 3 or 2s or 5s, depending on, like, you know, their character, or, like, you know, we imagine, like, who and who gets along, or who and who is in, like, the same group or something like that. That could be interesting. Okay, for now, let's try to, like, divide them into groups of, like, because it's a brigade, right? It's a brigade, so, like, they should have, like, a certain kind of, like, groups of, like, specialties or a corps, right? Like, So let's begin with, let's color code it, actually, maybe. So let's begin with the ones that look like a mechanical. As in, like, you know, they're the kind of people to, like, you know, bring if you need someone to, you know, make stuff, repair stuff, or basically they're the engineers of the team, right? So let's see. Sticky, obviously, with the, like, the, you know, torch and all, with the, like, the goggles, has that, like, engineer vibe, and someone who's making stuff. Let's see. And also with the mechanical. Wait, this song. Wait, this is from Pokemon? Isn't this a meme song? Like when something goes ape shit or something bad happens, this plays, right? It's like a new, like, you know, I tried so hard and got so far kind of song, right? Fumura says, oh, hello. Hey, Fumura, how are you doing? Good to see you here. Hope you have a good night. Hope you had a good night last night. As you can see, we're trying to, like, figure out, like, infrastructure of the Bonnet Brigade. And before we, like, make the big piece, in order for us to, you know, plan out the piece better instead of haphazardly placing all the characters. Because right now we only design the characters. We do not actually have the character interactions between the characters themselves, right? So, unless, like, we take it by, like, the real interactions that you guys have with each other, which I will implement, however, lots of, you know, lots of members here don't really interact with each other as much as, like, Tomi or Susu and, like, Gorf do. So I want to, you know, create a fictional, like, bond and interactions too within it. Let's see. I feel like Bubs is also within the category of, what's the word? Engineers, you know? Like, these guys are like the support team. They're the guys who invent stuff, like equipments or like potions or like whatever, like the rest of the team needs. And like if you run out of stuff, these guys are like who you go to, right? Obviously, Maybe needs to be in there too. With his, like, his obviously like a scientist kind of character, with like a frigging, like a jetpack and all that, with glasses and lab coat. How was your day, by the way, Fumaru? What have you been up to? Did you just wake up, or what's going on? Tell me about it. And Arufa, how long have you been had your cat for? And what cat is it? I always want a cat, but like, you know, my situations, I can't really get myself a cat, but I can only dream of a day where I do have a cat by my side. Waking me up in the morning, batting me in the head, telling me to get her food, and telling me that she owns me or something like that. Let's see, where's the tea? There we go. Fumura says it's complicated. There are problems with schools, financial. That does sound complicated. Well, nothing much I can help you there, but I hope it solves out well. Life is like a tide. Problems come and go, and after each problem, although you might think it's over, there always will be another one waiting for you. This word is not... I'm not saying that to instill hopelessness within, you know, your life, but more of installing a sense of reality to it. Life does get better, but it only gets better along with how well you're able to cope with the tides. And each tide, basically, it's like a rock. But we're more of, rather than like a big boulders, we're like little pebbles in the ground. And each waves and tides that hits us shapes us rounder and rounder. That eventually the waves themselves won't even matter much. Fumura says, financial jobs, family relationship. Yeah. Fumura says, I tried streaming on Discord. It is worse than how I expect it to be, and I expect it to be bad. What do you mean, worse than how I expect it to be? Like, what part of what part of it are you know, saying it's bad? Not sure. Arufa says, I have a calico cat. Her name is Hollow. She adopted my family. She was adopted by my family about 6-7. Oh, she's quite the old cat, huh? And quite bonded together. Wow, you guys been together for 6-7 years. I think that's like over 50 or something like in cat's life. It's a wise old cat. I bet she's a sweetie. She probably knows, like, you know, when to cling on to you, take care of you, something like that. I'm not sure, but like a lot of like old cats I've met in the past has this like sense of you know, wiseness. Fumura says my laptop cannot keep up to the stream, disconnecting and lags. Yeah, streaming does require a minimum amount of internet and PC, like the CPU. So if you're, you know, if your laptop is kind of really old, it wouldn't probably work that well. It depends on the games you play too, obviously, but let's see. Now let's assign like scouts, like explorers, frontliners, or like people who basically gather information. Irie seems like the scout type. Oh, let's see. Fumura says, and the fact that I don't usually talk RL makes me speechless during stream. Well, streaming Fumura is just same as everything else. It's just all practice. And rather than thinking about it's a streaming, the most integral part of the skill that you need to learn is obviously social interaction and talking. Basically, you're talking to an audience, right? It's a performance. Well, not really performance, but it is a type of performance, I guess. But it's like trying to, you know, trying to engage with the customers that come to your retail store, or trying to like make people happy in your restaurant as a server. It's beyond just taking orders and saying this and that. It's more of, you know, engaging and talking with the people that you're interacting with, right? Fuller says, and interfering of surrounding environments such as weather, sounds, or just my parents walking into my room for a 1 hour tour. Well, that means that you just... well, streaming isn't for everyone. You can get better eventually, but if your environment and your equipment like that isn't that good for streaming, it's probably better if you find some other ways to improve your skills in order for you to use those skills eventually when you do decide to stream in the future. Arufa says she just kind of showed up out of nowhere and found her across the street one day. Fate, huh? It do be like that sometime. Like, it's like running into your fated loved one while holding onto your toast in your mouth while running to school because you're late. And then, surprise! You fall in love in first sight. I feel like, although I don't really believe in fate too much, I feel like sometimes it does have a hand in hand, the way the world works. As in, like, some things were just meant to be, But the meant to be, I feel like, is a build-up of build-up of choices that you've made in your life that end up as circumstances, like tying a knot. It's like domino. Basically domino effect, I guess. If there's like paths in a domino, right? You topple one down, but constantly topples down. And, you may decide to go left or right. And depending on your choices, the rest of the other dominoes topple down, right? My knowledge is pretty not on point today. But it's alright. Today we're just relaxing. Trying to just, get this done. Do we only have 2 scouts? Interesting. Charlie looks like a scout. Basically, he's a time stopper, right? So we can have him like a, scout dude who stops time and, roams around. Gathering information for the brigade. Let's see. Ari does have wings, he's super fluffy, but I don't think he's like a scout type of person. Like a scout type of character. Talking about scouts though, these two, with their wings, jetpack, and like the way they, they feel in general, kind of feel like scouts. Alright, they're our scout team. They're basically our, like, guerrilla corps, assassins, or, like, informants. Fumer says, I'm changing the stream on my phone, playing some random games that I have while streaming. I'm probably able to pretend that I'm phone calling to my friends when my friends walk in. That's an idea. If you really want to try streaming, you should just stream on Twitch. Twitch or, I'm pretty sure there's a way you can stream on Twitch using your phone. And on YouTube too. And like actually test your metal instead of, buying time over and over. Let's see. Okay, what else is there? Okay, now let's look for like a battle ones, like people that actually fights. Let's see. Obviously, Hapney has to be there. She's a freaking JoJo character. So these are like the frontliners or something. They basically fight. They're the ones who just get in there, nitty gritty, and actually, start punching people. Slice and dice, or maybe. Yeah. Let's see. Arufa looks like he could fight. with the frigging sky tunnel. I mean, no, that's Tai Chi. Wait a second. This was Arufa. There we go. It doesn't show here, but you're actually an ice mage kind of character. I made you into one, basically like a crystal or ice. You basically control these kind of things. Fumer says, I'm still stick with the plan to finish college and live independent. Yeah, good luck on that, Fumer. Living independent isn't really that hard, as people make it. Well, it is hard, but at the same time, you know, the more you delay it, the harder it will be once you actually get out of there. It's better to, you know, get used to it early and learn about the society, learn more about like just real life interactions besides just school. Because it's different, it's very different. Even if you like, you know, have worked part-time at school, it's completely different when it comes to living alone. Let's see. Tommy looks like a frontliner. Let's see, so these guys are like fight in the front. Actually, since Arufa-san is a backliner, right? Let's actually let's move Arufa-san. Let's put Arufa here. Melanie is so like a, you know, vampire kind of dark thing, but she's a mage. Apparently she uses water magic, but I was thinking more of a blood magic or something like that. Or maybe she shoots watermelons. So let's put her there. Under... She looks like a fighter. Well, she does have wings. Gello has wings and is a like jelly kind of character. According to profile, she uses wind magic and has like arrow. What's the word? There was a specific like word for like air power when it comes to psychic abilities. But yeah, she's uses air powers, I guess. Oh yeah, Psycho. Let's put Psycho as backline 2. Psycho's original design was based off the sun, so I was imagining him using fire, kind of like spells or abilities, or just like a laser beams, right? Like light refraction or concentration. Fumura says, I will wait for my redrawn Bun. Well, I'm not gonna redraw it, Fumuru. I'm gonna use the exact same character, but we're going to like, you know, draw the characters within like one big piece. Let's see. Let's see. Let's put about balance in the front line too. Looks like a frontliner. Or maybe a commander. Maybe. Let's put him aside for now. Risa-san is definitely a commander. She's basically a commander type, like an officer. Let's see, Umi is a healer. So like, so this is like the, you know, backline support. Like backline support. These guys are like scouts, frontliners, backline DPS basically. When in terms of games, right? These guys provide like these guys are the fighters basically. We have like a skite wielding floating whale. We have a death mage who can summon weapons. We have cleric paladin kind of character who can just beat the crap out of you. We have a JoJo character bunny, and we have a mecha android that shoots laser beams out of his eyes. As for the backlines, we have an ice crystal mage and like a watermelon vampire. We have a sun undead, solar powered undead, and a jelly bean, giant panda jelly bean that can use tornadoes or something. We have a fairy cat. She can probably use like healing magic or something like that. Let's put Cat in support too. I don't know what he actually does, but he doesn't have a sword though. Maybe he's a frontliner. Yeah, let's put him in frontline since he has a sword. It's kind of hard to tell, but like on like his bottom right or bottom left side, he's actually holding onto a scabbard. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Bob Rocha is definitely a support tie. Let's make it so that his ability is to like multiply his like cats from inside his body, and he can throw his cats to his allies, and it'll basically heal them through the cuteness of the cats. See, that's Gorf. Actually, let's put Gorf in the scout team. We put Gorf in the scout team, and we'll make Gorf the leader of the scout team, or like a in command, you know. Let's see. We'll make Susu the commander of the scout. I mean the support team. And as for the healing team, we'll make a Bob Rocha the support. Let's put the TG in support healers too. He'll basically like use electronics like defibrillator or something like that to provide support healings. Maybe he has drones that can heal. Well, that being said, I think we'll put Mamie in the healing section too, since he is wearing a gown and he looks like a doctor, doesn't it? So like you know, he's like a medicine developer or like a potion developer or something like that. See? Okay, so Susu as the leader of the rest of the like the science team, science division. Kumar says, I don't think a dimension storage is for scout, more like support. Well, no, like a dimension storage has zero use for like support, right? Because like you're not actually like doing anything for everyone else. And you know, you're basically postman to delivering letters. It fits more to scouts. That's not like you're delivering message from here to there. Information, you know. Let's see. So Risa-san as command, second in command, I guess. Besides me. And let's see. I'll put Tomi as commander of the attack units. And I'll put about balance in the attack units too. Fumar says I keep devices, gun, bombs, and health potions in my dimension storage. Well, you can. You can. But like your character design overall, it just looks like support. I mean scout type in my eyes. So we'll keep it as that. There we go. Let's see. So there's Risa-san. which is on top. Below, right below it is the attack group. So the group is divided into two. The behind the scenes group and the in the front lines group. And within the front lines too, they have a back line and front line. So this is the front line group. Remember, it says postman also deliver packages. And that's why it's a scale. Because it's a postman. Let's see. Alright. So these are like the back line. As for the back line, like support artilleries, I think I'll make a Psycho the leader. Or maybe should I make Melanie the leader? I mean, Arufa's here often too. I feel like none of it has the, like, kind of like a commanding leader kind of vibe. When it comes to like the character design itself, when it comes to character designs themselves, I feel like Arufa fits the most the, like, you know, composed, collective, and is able to make sound decisions kind of type. While like Melanie kind of looks like she's gonna support, you know, his decisions and kind of like, you know, give him advices time to time. Gello is just Gello. He's probably like the, you know, the most powerful in the team, but at the same time, you know, doesn't really have too much to, you know, input when it comes to like its, you know, appearance, right? Kind of looks very derpy looking. At the same time, very cute and adorable. Psycho looks like that guy who's just, you know, goes off on his own, never listens to commands, or sometimes does, but like he does his job properly and gets results kind of guy. It's a really good team, I feel. Overall, they have good balance with each other. As for here, Mei Mei is going to be obviously the leader of the healing group. Support healers. Let's see. And I feel like Bob Ratcher will be the second in command. However, Umi is probably like the biggest healer in the team, while TG is more of like a specialist kind of person. Like debuffer. Like buff debuffer kind of character, you know, inside the games. That's probably what TG is. Now on the right side, there is Suzu, Sticky, and Bubs. Bubs kind of develop kind of like drugs and potions, but unlike Mei Mei, which his main goal is to provide potions that heals and restores like kind of like mana, and like kind of like, you know, provides more positive effects. Bubs is more of like a person that creates potions or like bombs or mushrooms that causes debuffs to an enemy team. Tomi says Mei Mei's character has such a good design. I know, right? I feel like it's one of the best designs that we have out of all the characters. I really like it. Out of all the characters, my favorite designs are probably, as mentioned, Mei Mei. I really like Fumo's design. Like the post girl kind of design. Melanie's design that I drew recently was really good too. And I think I like Sticky's too, and Suzu's. But I really like all of them, but those are my favorites, I feel. Tommy said it is really iconic. It is, isn't it? I feel like that's my talent when it comes to, like, you know, art. Creating something like that just stands out, you know? Obviously it's not all of them, but like once in a while it just brings out something gold. Alrighty. So these are the scout team. They're basically informants, guerrilla warfare, kind of like assassins to basically they do all that, but most importantly, their job is to go get to the location first, gather information, and do behind the scenes stuff that the other guys can't do. Like something that these guys can't do, these guys will do it. So they're like, each of them is like specialists who has their own kind of like quirks and features and like abilities, and like terrains that they're like most used to. And yeah, they're like the basically yeah. I feel like rather than scouts, yeah, there's scout slash assassin kind of characters, informants. Tommy says, wait, is mine a leader of the squad? Yeah, of course. Tommy's, Fumaro says, do the dirty work. Well, not really. But, like, I feel like the only person that actually does, like, dirty work is Sora. And Derp Lord. And maybe Yaayyy. But, it's kind of cross-sections here. You guys are more focused on, like, you know, deliver, like, you know, information gathering and, like, you know, covert ops operations and all of that. But these guys do the kind of like really dirty work, I feel. I feel like Fumaro is in between actually. But most of the time, you're specialized in delivering messages to important people that is kind of hard to reach, that we can't really get ourselves exposed to reaching out to. And then you do that. While, you know, the ones with wings and jetpacks really, you know, gather all the information. Charlie has the power to stop time. So, you know, he's really good with, you know, not being noticed at all. Tommy says, also, I really love the whale one. It's so cute. It is, isn't it? I love the whale one too, especially like with the gold chains and the frigging like the basketball shirt and the crown. He's supposed to be like a prince or like a king of like underwater kind of like a country or something like that. And obviously the second in command, Commander Risa-san. And Tommy, you are a leader of a squad? You're the leader of the attack squad, Tommy. Because look at this thing. He looks super strong. You're a mecha android. Kinda like a bear character. He's basically like Doctor Doom. That kind of feel vibe. As for here, Susu is the leader of the invention squad. Like science or something like that. But I feel like once I move Mei to over there, like this place doesn't have too much infrastructure, but I feel like Susu will have to handle it. Or maybe like it's like a kind of like leadership going on. Maybe I should assign Bubs as the leader. Although it's kind of like crazy. Because Bubs is always high on mushrooms and all that. Tommy says, yeah, Laser Bear. Hell yeah, Laser Bear. I was having so much fun creating that character too. I don't know what's it with like laser eye beams and me, but I absolutely love drawing laser eye beams. As for the leader of the scout squad, let's see. There's Yaayyy, Derp Lord, Sora, Gorf, Charlie. Yeah, the commander of the scout squad obviously is Gorf or Charlie. But Gorf looks more like calm and collected. I feel like since he doesn't really have like specialty of his abilities, unlike other characters who looks like they're, you know, really specialized in certain stuff. Since his backpack has a like, you know, multi-function kind of look, and he's an astronaut kind of character. Probably his suit is, you know, has a bunch of communication devices. He's probably like one of those characters that sits in the back and actually, like, you know, commands all of these guys over here. These guys over here to, like, you know, assign positions and destinations in the long run, while he does like all the, like, the super dangerous stuff, maybe. Or maybe he just sits in the back. I mean, she. Let's see. And Charlie's basically like the scout squad's basically ace in the hole. When it comes to like really like dangerous stuff, that's when Charlie steps in, because you know, his power is OP. Power to stop time. Alright then. Let's put names on there, shall we? Logistics. Yeah, is that how you spell it? Logistics. 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 Scout. Scout. Scout slash covert ops. Fumura says, Gorf looks like a person that will float outer space and have vision everywhere. Maybe. Maybe Fumura has the ability to just go into space whenever she wishes, or maybe her power is to control, you know, black holes or something. Maybe maybe Gorf has a spaceship that just floats around. That she uses like as a satellite to get vision everywhere. Let's say frontline. Frontline. Backline. And support. And commander. There we go. Okay, let's make it like this. We'll make Risa-san the commander overall of like the fighting team. And we'll have, let's see. And I'll be like the commander of the general, like, you know, general entire brigade. But at the same time, I'm mainly focused on commanding the logistics and cover operation and scout team. Fumura says, I'm wondering, like, my power gonna be putting things in and out of dimension storage, or is so. Let me I'm wondering if my power is putting things in and out of dimension storage, or maybe it's a portal that I can put either. Or it's a portal that I can either put things into it, or it's a portal to teleport from point A to B. Maybe it's all of it. I mean, your power is portals, and you know, portals have like lots of abilities, right? For example, it can be like a portal from like the Portal games, Or like it's can be used like a dimension. Well, you're a dimension mage, so it doesn't mean that you're just limited to portals. It means that you basically have dimension related abilities, right? Also, Fumura, I feel like it's best if you know, instead of trying to type everything in one sentence like that, just, you know, cut it up. Because I feel like the more and more you try to make it longer, you skip out on commas and periods, and it's actually making it really hard to read because of the kind of scuffed grammar. I feel like when people tend to like, you know, make lots of grammar mistakes when they try to rush or cramp things in within a small space. Let's see. And I'll put myself over here. Okay, let's see. Fumura says K, one word is nothing. Yeah, I guess like sometimes less words is much better than, you know, overly long sentences. It's what's the word? I feel like it's a good idea, a good skill to have to kind of really structure sentences in a very efficient way, so that especially like when you're having conversation with someone, or especially if it's someone that's important or someone that doesn't have enough time, you're able to structure sentences inside your mind so that when you actually spit them out, it's as compact as possible, but the delivery is short yet impactful. I feel like that kind of skill is very important, especially the more and more you grow older, and farther you grow in the world. There we go. So Risa-san is second in command, field commander. And I am... What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Let's see... General? Like... brigade, huh? So usually like a brigadier general is like what commands the brigade. Pura says, I just thought, my power is like Avenger Endgame scene where Doctor Strange opened portals to bring a whole army out. Well, yeah, like, that's basically what I had in mind. Your character is, you know, it's a dimension mage. It's a dimension mage, as I said. Tommy says, I feel like the laser bear is also responsible for throwing dangerous raid parties with his laser beams. That could be an idea. That could be the things that you guys generally do. Let's see, brigadier. Let's see. See, Brigadier General? I don't know, like the word general doesn't really like fit me though. Tommy says, but also killing people by accident. Well, we better put a ban hammer on that. Rape party then. Too much rape parties, you know, reduces the workforce's, you know, efficiency. Gets people distracted at the same time it's causing friendly fire. We better put a hold on that rape party as much as possible. Now Fumu says, what is your power field? My power, eh? Well, if you go by the lore, right? I have a bunch. But I have two in general, I guess. Well, the Bonaire lore I haven't really explained too much, but like eventually in the future I would have like a weapon series dedicated to it. But my power is basically I have a very extremely strong legs and body. I have super strength. And I'm basically immortal. I can't die. I'm the only 2 out of all the Bonairs out there within like the 3 you know, species of people who write people's lives, which is kitties, the owlites, and the Bonairs. Other than the leader of the entire Bonaire species, I'm the other person that's immortal. I also have the time to pause time. Well, not like not pausing time, but more of the way I interact with the world is very different from the way the regular like people interact. That I have a separate like a dimension in a way where I can you know, separate myself from the reality. In that sense, a pause time. And one of the other powers I have is I have the power to write people's lives, but that only affects like the regular people, but not the other Bonaire species. By like humans and like the parallel beings of the human beings which exist in where I live, which kind of like, you know, doesn't make sense without the context, but yeah. I have the ability to see souls, and souls in his world kind of looks like jellyfish, by the way, like floating jellyfish. So he has the power to see those, interact with them, and control it. He also has the power to basically write people's lives. Kumura says, so basically you're a god that have control of the Bunman world. Well, no, I'm not a god. I'm one of like the hundreds of many other Bonairs that have the same kind of like a power. Let's see. It's kind of hard to explain, but there's a bunch of them. But I'm a bit more special because I'm the like direct son of the leader of the species, and I'm also immortal. So I eventually will become a leader if I were to follow that path. But in the like original lore of my character, I actually abandoned that path in order to pursue, you know, my own ideals. TJ says, hi Phil, sorry I'm late. Oops, forgot I shouldn't say sorry. I mean, you don't really need to force yourself, but it's good to keep in mind. There's no need to say sorry. But good to have you here, TJ. How are you doing? Good to have you here. Fumura says, you just literally describe yourself of having power to decide one's fate. Yeah, that's the fate of human beings. Doesn't mean I have the fate towards others. As in like, like it's kind of, well, I just mentioned that there's 3 species, right? There's owlites, kitties, and the Bonairs, and there's hundreds and thousands of them. And they're like the general populace of like my hierarchy of the world. So like within that hierarchy, so I'm nowhere near God. I'm just one of many, like basically think of it as like there's God and there's angels and there's deaths, right? Basically I'm one of the deaths. That's what it is. But not exactly, but like my own version of it. T says I'm good. That's good, that's good. It's good to have you here, TG. Tommy says, oh no, my rays. Yep, your rays are banned, TG, Tommy. Good to have you here, TG. We are just, you know, putting everyone in like sections for us to better understand the interactions between all the characters, so that we can draw like a first big piece in a way that it makes sense. Alright, first in command. I feel like Brigadier General doesn't really like, you know, fit. Fumor says that is still too powerful comparing to the others. You're not too different from a god. No, Fumor says, I already imagine Phil will be like Omni-Man, be able to kill everyone easily. Well, not really. Like, you guys are pretty powerful yourselves too. But like, but what I'm trying to say is that like my character is not like god kind of character. Let's just put leader. Leader. Leader and backline commander. What's the word? Oh, central commander. There we go. Leader and central commander. There we go. TG says, aren't gods all powerful? They could instantly do anything. Yeah, I'm saying that my character is not god for the last time. Araku says, why would I be this? Welcome to the stream, Raku. Good to have you here. TG says, but that depends on your definition of god. True. Fumura says, how should I say this? Fumura, it's not like we're not trying to like come up with ideas. I already have like all this, you know, lore already written. I'm trying to explain you what it is, and when I say what it is what it is, Fumura. Fumura says, how should I say it? It's like you're a Saitama and One Punch Man. We just like other S-rank heroes. Here's how it is. Like, I'm a complete different species, alright? When it comes to lore. Like, but in the like the original lore, like here's the lore of Banner. I'm gonna explain it since you're, you know, trying to argue with this for some reason. Or like, you know, you're having a hard time understanding. So here's a lore of like where he comes from. So there's this story called Schrödinger. Where where our world is divided by two. So there's the human world, right? Human. So there's human world. God damn it, let me just use... Tuji says, I wouldn't say Saitama is God, he's quite powerful, but nothing godlike. Well, no, Saitama is pretty much God. My character is nowhere near strong as Saitama. Fumuro says, that's what I kinda saying. I'm not gonna... never mind. There we go, so there's the human world. And normally, like, we have, like, regular humans who live their lives, you know, until the end. Where they die, right? And in the other world, there exists the parallel world. So this is like the outer world. But they call it the real world. They call this the human world, and they call this the real world. And what this real world is basically, in this dimension, whoever you are or whatever you're from, there exists the exact same person, version of you in the another world that looks more honest towards your personality. For example, if you're into like, you know, makeup, or like, you know, if you're into sports, or like if you're into gaming, things like that, the makeup of your overall... excuse me. So make up your overall like appearance will more fit towards your like, you know, overall personality and hobbies and everything that makes you you. So sometimes there'll be people that just look like a Rubik's Cube. Sometimes there'll be you know, people who are just like a mouth with eyes like that, with like a stick hands or figures, or sometimes it's not even a person anymore, it's like a hand. Or just like a square that talks. So like, whatever kind of person you are on the other side of the human world, you will become, there exists another person, this real world, where its appearance is very abstract and very definitive towards your personality. And these guys have the exact same lives that you guys have. If you're a doctor, he's a doctor. If you're like a, you know, a wrestler, then he's a wrestler. If you're a teacher, he's a teacher. And they'll follow the exact same paths and choices that you guys do. So basically you guys are basically linked to each other. Although it's a parallel world, you basically go through the exact same thing. Raku says bless you, and TJ says bless you. Thank you. That was a sneeze. Alright, so okay, so there exists, so basically the amount of population here should be the exact same as here, right? Amount of humans, basically. But here's where it changes. In the real world, there exists 3 different species of extra population on top of human beings. The Buneers, the Owlites, and the Kitties. And what these 3 beings are is that they are separate kind of species that integral towards like the entire workings of the world. And they work under the god, like the actual god of this version of the world. So this is the god, and they basically work under him. Let's see. So basically what their job is to write people's lives, and give people basically like stories, write people's stories so that they can follow through. Here, this music is actually kind of distracting compared to what I'm trying to speak. Let me switch to Animal Crossing music. There we go. Increase the volume. Fumar says, I'm bad at explaining my mind, but what I mean is that you're making yourself like the last boss, almost unstoppable, and decide how the story goes as you choose to be. Oh, no, like what I'm trying... Like, I know, like, you know, what you're looking at, but I'm saying that that's not it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that that's not it. Fumaru. I'm saying that you do not understand. I'm saying that you're wrong, Fumaru. Okay, so basically what the Bonairs are. Basically, these three species, basically their job is to write the stories of all the living beings in the world. So when a new soul is like, you know, when a person dies and their soul is extracted, what these Bonairs do is that they write stories for these souls to be formed into another being again. And they write from the beginning of their lives until the end. Or almost until the end. And that will like develop over time. Because they will continue writing the stories for them. These three separate beings have their own different kind of jobs. For example, the Bonairs are responsible for the birth of the people. As such, they have the highest population of members within the race. Their job is to write about people's lives in general, how they're born, how they live, and most of the people that exist are made and written by Bonairs. There's kitties. Kitties decide the people kitties write about is more of crimes or things that's negative in this world. For example, like murders, crimes, to like bank robberies, to, you know, like just bad things that happen, right? Like people like being addicted to drugs and all of that. Those are all written by kitties. And they hold like the second most highest population of the three races, but it's actually by half of the Bonairs. And there's Owlites. Owlites is again even like less than half, like probably 1/10 of the kitties' population. But Owlites, their job is to write people's talents. As in like not just talents, but when Owlites get involved in writing people's stories, it's someone who's extremely gifted, like geniuses. Like Einstein to like Obama to like Van Gogh to like someone that is able to kind of curve the history and kind of affect the world in a major way is all written by Owlites. And these are the trifecta of like the almost godlike beings, but they're not gods. Basically, they have their own community and they have their own companies and works and all that, like our modern human community. But they stand above these guys, which are like a basic human races and the real beings. And above them is God. And basically what my character is he is the son. He's the third child, the second son of the leader of the Bonairs, Easter. Who kind of went rogue actually. Because he held the power of immortality, which, you know, due to well, originally only the leaders were supposed to be immortal, and that's what got that what sorry, stuttering, let me drink some water. So the originally, right? The god decided that only the leader of the three races were supposed to be immortal. However, for some reason, which I will not explain now because that's going to make this way too long, Carrot, for some reason, were able to acquire the ability of immortality on top of, you know, having the basic Bonnier abilities. For example, you know, basically writing people's lives and all that just comes along with being a part of three races. But each races also have their own kind of like unique physical attributes. For example, the Bonniers have super strength. They're super strong, like physically. Their endurance is the highest, their legs, their jumping power is incredible. And all that jazz. When it comes to the kitties, they excel at speed. And they excel at magic, actually. They're able to use supernatural powers in order to, you know, gain upper advantage. And they're just super fast and agile. And they're not as fast as the bunnies. Oh no, they're not as... but bunnies, although strong, are not as fast as the kitties. And as for the owlites, they are the smartest race out of the three. They contains... it consists of races that all have super intelligence. And not only that, they're quite large in size, actually. So basically they have like huge HP. Basically they're tanky. Which doesn't really make sense if it was like a normal owls, but they're owlites, so they're kind of like a mixture of like huge buff, almost gorilla-like features, while having an owl head. While Bonniers are just like a normal men and woman that looks like with a rabbit head. And kitties are similar to owlites. But they're usually very short. They're like midgets. So yeah, most of these characters, well not most, all of these characters are real beings, as in like they're humans or was humans that went sent to, that became, you know, real beings here. At the same time, that was like the original plan or like idea I had inside my head. However, I feel like I'm gonna create like a new story just to fit these guys in. And which that is even like more complicated, goes on. So basically like the Schrodinger is yet another like small part of like a bigger universe chain that goes on. And what it is there's a story called Kindle, which is another kind of like a webtoon series of mine, which I finished writing for. I have yet to draw it, like other 7+ series I have. But basically what it is that like there's a quote, right? There's a saying where anything that you imagine is a possibility of reality. And due to that, something that I imagined became a reality within this universe. And so I was the cause and effect of it. And so was the birth of the world called Kindle. This is gonna like take way too long. Let me short summarize it. Let's skip all that and basically what you guys are you guys are different beings in another entire universe, but that's within my dream. So when I sleep, right, I dream. But at a certain point, for some reason, all my dreams have become reality. As in, like, my dreams have caused to make an entire new universe, a world that actually exists. And whenever I sleep, I enter this world. So I have now, like, two entities of the same being. I exist here and here. When I sleep here, I go here. When I sleep here, I go here. But even if I don't exist, even if my conscious is in this world, my conscious still is active, and it still kind of moves around on its own. But I only acquire the memories of his activities once I go back to the dream world. So what this dream parallel universe world is like when souls of this world dies, it goes to this world, like isekai, you know. And I'm trying to. I haven't really thought too far into like what the goal of our like a brigade is, how we met and all that. But like that's an idea I had this morning actually when I woke up. I was like, I need to think of an idea that kind of works for our kind of like brigade instead of like the actual kind of, you know, our like the actual lore of the Bonaire Carabinier. Because if we were to just follow through with the original kind of like you know, lore, the characters that we have made does not fit within the lines of the modern world. Because the real world, although it is like, you know, way different than the world that we live in, it's, as I said, the society infrastructure and how the people live, what they do for work, what they eat, are exactly the same as here and there. So it's not really like fantasy. So, but lots of characters that we have are fantasy setting, right? So it doesn't really fit. Whoever says it's 1:30 and my stomach is starting to make sounds. Time for lunch. Alright, I hope you have a good time. Good lunch tonight. This afternoon, and I'll see you around tomorrow. Hope you get something good to eat. Thanks for coming by. So yeah, I know this is like all like super complicated and everything, but that's basically you know, what I am. I should like actually just like, you know, although it's going to be a long time until I actually like make my comic series into a comic. At least like not until, it's gonna be a long time until we get to a point where we actually put you know, Schrödinger, like my story into it. But before all that, I should actually make like a small, like short one-shot comic which explains who I am. Because this is like way too complicated, isn't it? So that you can just like read like a few episodes of like, you know, pictures and like actual like webtoon short series so that you guys can, you know, instantly understand. Oh, so that's what this character is, instead of me trying to explain it for over an hour. T says, I started listening to a Call of Cthulhu audiobook, and I already feel myself losing the sense of reality. There are books like that. There was a book about... which one was it? It was a certain philosophical book about like an ancient philosopher. I listened to it, and like it started to like, you know... I understood like the first few pages of it. And then I started losing it. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? You know? So I had to like listen to it over and over again. It's like your mind slowly dissipates and separates from your body, as in you're like having like a, what's the word, out of the body experience. And then when you come back, we're like, you're like drooling and like, what just happened? Arafat says, super complex, but it's really cool and interesting. Thank you. Teacher says, indeed, Call of Cthulhu is quite maddening. Not to mention, I've been watching a lot of theorized videos. Call of Cthulhu? You know, I've yet to actually read any of his... what's the word? What's his name? Call of... Lovecraft, yes. I've yet to actually read any of the actual Lovecraft's novels. I probably should. Maybe I should read it in front of you guys. Maybe I'll read it to you guys and like have like a, you know, reading session. Yeah, HP Lovecraft. See, so let's try to actually think of like what the hell is going on here. So I'm dreaming, and there's people in the dream that appear. Like they don't really look like people that is from like belongs to the same world, doesn't it? Or maybe they do. TG says his books are interesting, but Bully is complex. He clearly puts a lot of thought into it. Yep. Like writers who makes overworlds and his entire lores and all that spent years and years accumulating more and more in-depth world building. And because of that, things that they write and things that you read from their works are incredibly huge. It's like it's actual, you know, world that existed, you know? Arufa-san says we could be like lost souls that you find while you're dreaming and become these different characters and creatures after being found. Yeah, actually that's similar to along the lines of what I was thinking of. He says writers like that are truly admirable. I agree. I truly respect writers like that. They really create something special, you know? So an entire new experience. Those writers are true artists when it comes to writers, I feel like. True writers, you know? Let's see. Well, at least when it comes to the world of fiction. Let's see. Alright, how's this? So, I in my dream, when I dreamed, appear like now we're in this like dream world, right? When I dream and I create this entire new world. However, it appears because by existence, I'm linked to this world, and since I'm like a, you know, kind of like second income. I mean, I'm a person that has a significant importance within the universe that I'm from, and because I'm the one who created this universe here through my dream, it opened a portal that links the flow of the souls from the world that I'm in and the dream world. So once in a while, what the teacher says, I may lurk for the rest of the time. I'm quite tired right now. I haven't started talking weird again. Take some rest, TG. Thanks for calling by. Hope you get some rest later. And hope you take it easy. Fumur says, TG says that's a cool concept. It is, isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking of something similar to Arufa-san's. But I feel like, Arufa-san saying it kinda could really put a stamp on it. As in like, you know what, I should just go with it, you know? Fumura says, I just noticed. We make Phil spill out the whole story lores before he even began to making his weapons. But not really. It's not the like whole story lore. The way my weapons work is that like it's extremely complex in the concept itself. What I'm explaining is concept. It's not the story. It's like this is basically basics before you start like actually riding the bike, right? This is like the basics of like the, it's just like the outer peel, like cover of the onion. We're basically like we're barely within the actual story. When it comes to all the stories I write, I make sure that the concept and the overworld itself is as interesting as possible and unique. Otherwise, I do not start the story or even consider it worth thinking about. Always start with a unique concept, build the overworld, create characters, and then write the story. And the concept obviously is involved with the story itself often, but sometimes, you know, I create the world itself without the story. But the world itself provides a story just by, you know, having a proper world built, so it's a good kind of like a method direction to take if you want to build a really cool, interesting world with a good story within it. Tia says, damn my old world talk. I started experiencing more gibberish with Cthulhu. Hope he doesn't grasp your mind and turn you insane. So yeah, now there's a portal of souls, and now the souls are leaking left and right. And as I roam around and explore the dream world, I happen to come across like a, you know, rogue soul, which just looks like a jellyfish. And I'm like, oh my god, what the hell happened here? Right? You're not supposed to be here. This is like my dream world, right? So what I do is I use my power to, of writing people's stories to give life. And now you guys are birthed, or like you guys form into real kind of like beings. And my goal is to find out why this dream world was created, who's behind it, because this thing is not supposed to exist. And we work together to, you know, explore this entire world that has like lots of different kind of beings and like you know, monsters and all of that, and different communities and countries. And then my goal is to send you guys back to our real world. So basically, we are basically a bunch of group of isekai souls, and me, who is basically like you know, death kind of like person, but it's basically a Banner. And our goal is to work together to find out the person that's causing this paradox and put an end to it, and to find a way to send all the like the regular souls back to the real world. I feel like that's a good idea. So yeah. I feel like the first big piece that we're going to do is basically introducing a new character, I guess. Like how, like, you know, me giving form again to the like the lost souls work. So there will be like you know, you guys just watching on the sidelines, and then I'll be doing my thing in the front, and you guys all will be like, you know, anticipating or cheerful or all that, or like maybe it'll be like One Piece where people just like sit in the back just watching, like drinking beer or something. Or like that kind of scene, you know, that could be interesting. So yeah, let's try to delete the lines as much as possible because I feel like we want to keep this. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's think of... Let's start doing the sketches for the piece. I want to at least like have a proper kind of like you know, outline of the sketches that we want to do. Let's just make a bunch of different lines, and we'll make a like really small sections of squares, and each squares will be like idea box. It's easier to kind of like think of a story, like when you're storyboarding, right? Or when you're planning out your pictures or paintings, it's best to just, you know, draw small. Because the smaller it is, it's easier to like kind of get a grasp of the overall kind of like whole perspective of the art itself. I kind of sound like an English person right there. Give me a second, let me just pour some hot water. My tongue is going stiff and weird. And that is why you need tea. Ah yes, tea. My greatest treasure of them all. Arfa-san says, I love all the scribbles you made. Thank you. I still make those scribbles in the time. Sorry, I'm eating a chocolate. It's actually a habit of mine, actually. Like, obviously here we're like giving stories to characters and all that, right? Or like explaining the story and kind of like a, you know, drawing doodle references in order for me to kind of give you guys a perspective towards it. But often when I'm on phone with someone, or like I'm just talking to someone, I'm always on my paper with my pen scribbling like doodles and all that. Oh wait, I forgot. I wanted to show you guys this. You guys know Bubs, right? Bubby? The one that's responsible for making the 100 sub special live 2D model congrats video. Well, Bubby actually gave me a fan art a few days ago. Check this out. Hell yeah. This was for a 200 subscriber special. Bubby again like wrote me a letter. You know, lots of other like, you know, stuff that was really fun and wholesome to, you know, read. And look at this pixel art, dude. This is like the first like a pixel art I've gotten, and it's awesome. Look at the quality. I love it. And I really like the design that he went for, like fluffy, kind of like permy hair. Which is interesting because I actually have that kind of hair in real life. It's not natural perm. Tommy says, "Oh, so cute." It is, isn't it? Oh, look at it, it's adorable. Arfa-san says, "So what kind of chocolate?" Oh, it's a bag of heart-shaped chocolate I got from Costco. There's like a bunch of them in there. It says Godiva. It's a Godiva chocolate. It's a Belgium chocolate. It's a dark chocolate ganache heart. It's basically like an outer shell chocolate with like a bit more like milky kind of like a liquidy chocolate on the inside. I can read it to you. The bag. Godiva Belgium 1926 Masterpieces. Introducing Godiva Masterpieces, Godiva's most exquisite chocolates, now available in delightful, individually wrapped mini chocolates. Perfect to enjoy at any time. Each masterpiece is crafted in the shape of a signature chocolate and filled with smooth and creamy fillings that melt in your mouth. Godiva's dark chocolate ganache heart is inspired by Godiva's most beloved chocolate, the heart-shaped Cure iconique. Cure. That's kind of hard to spell. Cure iconique, a bold, dark chocolate heart with a luxurious velvety chocolate ganache filling. Apparently that's what it is. Cat says, "How you feel?" Hey kid, hi Cat, how are you doing? Good to have you here. Boomer said, "That's the cutest thing I've seen in my life." It is, isn't it? I love Bub's art. His Bub's pixel art is actually really good. Nom nom nom. Everyone says, "I need to get that. The chocolate sounds so good." Yes. I think it goes great with like dark coffee or something like that. Especially like the inside where it's kind of like squishy, it's really nice. But I feel like it doesn't really fit the room temperature. You want to have it like cool just a little. And have the inside still liquidy, but outside cold and hard, you know? That kind of crunch is like what makes chocolates really nice. Tommy says, I gotta I gotta thank Buzz because now I want to draw you like that. Seriously, so adorable. I know. Man. Also, I'm thinking of making a human live 2D model version of myself, but I'm not going to make it myself. I'm going to hire someone else to do it. Eventually in the future, I guess. Because lore-wise, right? What happens is that although I'm immortal, technically, in the Bonnier world, what happens in the actual Schrödinger story is... Actually, this is a spoiler. Basically, I eventually find a way... Not find a way. Basically, I have a human version of myself within the story. So I was thinking, like, let's make a human version of myself. And it's gonna work in the story lore eventually. And I'll like use like a human version and the rabbit version of myself back and forth, and the human version will be like obviously more popular, I guess, with the rest of the viewers and all that. But it also can be used to gather more people in the channel. Arafa says, "Hello." You could be advertised for that chocolate. Man, only if. Okay, listen, Godiva, if you're listening out there, I'm here. If you need someone that needs to promote your chocolate, although, like, obviously, I can't really, like, promote the chocolate to, like, many people out there, but listen. I have 25 people, over 25, that comes to our streams regularly. And those could be your new customers. That's at least like how many? Like $150 worth of chocolates when it comes to this packaging. Imagine all the sales. Probably like $180. 180 is practically like just dust to them, but like you know what I'm trying to say. It's alright. I wonder how many years will it take for us to get sponsored. Listen. Here's like a goal I have. I want to get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. One, for the memes. And like once a Raid Shadow Legends kind of like reaches out to you, it means that you've like kind of made it, towards like a certain point. Although like obviously lots of people avoid Raid Shadow Legends and all that, but like once you reach a certain point, right? Having like a sponsor offer by Raid Shadow Legends, it means that you reach like that YouTuber status, right? Gore says, "LOL, can I draw gender bent Pelosi?" Of course you can. Of course you can, Gore. Go ahead. In fact, I want to see that. Please do. I would love it if you make a gender belt me. Gore says, "LML." Arufa-san says, "I can imagine it." Yeah, I'll be like, "Raid Shadow Legends! Welcome to the world of Raid Shadow Legends, where many, many minions and monsters reside. Pick your champion now, out of thousands of hundreds of champions to collect." Or something like that, like next generation graphics, amazing mechanics, and amazing communities, or whatever blah 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 bullshit I pull out of my ass. Cat says, "I bet if Phil was a woman, he'd have fat tits." I mean, I did say, like, I do want big boobs if I ever became a lady. I'd probably be really pretty if I actually, became a woman in real life, actually. Since I have really, no, not really, like, that's too much tooting my own horn, but I do have good eyes. Because I have my mom's genetics, and my mom was an eye model. She did modeling for eyes. For example, for glasses and like, for like optometrists and all that, she would, she would model for a basic eye model. Gore says, "Now if you said, now you sorry. I have a real hard time reading grammar mistakes. Sorry, Gorf, what do you mean now if you said that if you were a girl you wanted huge Okay, let me try to say what you... No, even if you read that as now you said that. So my brain is actually getting fried by that sentence you wrote, Gorf. No, even without the if. Now even if there's no commas, please write commas. I'm actually about to lose my mind. Like lots of people don't write commas or like periods, and like it ruins entire sentence. And like so sentence is that now you say that comma if you're a girl you no, now you say that comma if you were a girl you said you wanted, yeah, add said there. Or the sentence structure, you should use different words, like, right? Like, now that I think about it, comma, if you're a girl, well, no, you said if you're a girl, yeah. Now that I think, now that you mention it, comma, you said if you were a girl, you want a huge badonkadonks, right? There we go. Now it's a sentence. I'm sorry. I'm kind of like going too hard on you right now, but at the same time, I feel like there's a little frustration building up. I mean, Gorf, you're fine. Like your grammar's all like fine, but like when it comes to like you know, I feel like End or like whoever the who else was it? End, Fumaru, and like some other person has like writes really long at the same time, like it's a super butchered grammar, right? So it takes me a very long time to like read at the same time. Sometimes I can't decipher it, and that really kind of like cuts off the flow of like this, like the talk, or like I just like pause and stay for a second, and I don't really want to like be rude and all that at the same time. I can't read it. Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Gore says, I've gotta head out. Gore says, I might be gone this weekend, so see you one day. Oh, you're heading out? Okay, I'll see you at the Monday, Gore. Take care, right? I hope you have a good weekend. What are you doing on the weekend, by the way, Gore? Or are you in a rush right now? Well, wherever you're going, I hope you have a safe trip. And I take care, eat some good food, have some fun, and tell me all about it when you get back, Gorf. I'd love to hear your stories. Puma says, me hate using comma, me no use. No, but the thing is, think about the people who has to read your writing from Maru, especially if you want to be a writer. You want to make sure that your commas and your periods are second nature. Especially if your goal is to be a writer for Maru. My ADC gameplay improved quite a lot, really? Huh. Well, you'll get best, you improved quite a lot since the last time I saw you. You'll get better and better, faster and faster. And you'll probably, you know, you will eventually, you know, reach a point where you can call yourself that you know how to play. Give me a second. Taichi says, I hope it's not me who dies. Don't worry, Taichi, I don't think I've ever caught you using like butchered grammar. Arafa says, punctuation is really needed in the sentence, lol. It's like deciphering an ancient sentence or something. Well, it's like that's, I wouldn't say that one is that bad. But sometimes, like if you look at my past streams, some of the like the paragraphs that you guys send me are really hard to read. Fumor says, I hate English anyway. I write it how I want it. But that's not how writing works, Fumor. Fumor says, I only use grammar when I write, as I always reread the whole thing before I post it. Yeah, but like writing in general, right? It's like, you know, eating with chopsticks. You must make sure that you use the proper, you know, technique. Although like sometimes other ways might work, there's an ingrained like you know, global like way to do it, and it really messes people's engagement towards you. And also it also develops a habit, right? If you eat in chopsticks in a certain way, if you try to switch to another way, it takes a while to learn. If you have a habit of not using your commas and periods, it's going to take you much longer to apply when you actually do you know, writings for your pieces, and it's going to take you a longer time for you to correctly write. While as for people like me who uses commas and periods correctly most of the time, and as a second nature, we do not even have to think to put those grammars in, and it doesn't take us a long time to actually, you know, spot out mistakes when we do make mistakes. Tomi says, I think we should invest in using the Grammarly keyboard. Grammarly, huh? I mean, that's an app. That could be helpful. I actually never used it before. Have you ever used it, Tomi? Or like, I don't know, like the efficiency or like the accuracy of the grammars they use, but according to advertisement, they sell it pretty well. They're like, Grammarly, use it today to get A+ or like S+ gigahertz on your like tests and exams. You won't need to bribe your professors anymore or seduct them. You just need Grammarly and you'll get straight A's. Trust me. And we totally didn't like pray to the devil or anything like that to get our like you know, super like voodoo grammars going on. I don't know. But yeah, like Grammarly advertisement, I've seen it quite often. I feel like I see those advertisements like once every 2 or 3. Does that mean that like the internet's thinking my grammar sucks? But that can't be the case. Who knows? Let's see. Let's draw myself in the center. There's 23 people though. No, 26, 25. There's 26. Tomi says I have essays. I have 4 essays, so it's kind of annoying. It's only annoying because the autocorrect tab appears every 5 seconds since my grammar's well, it's gonna get better with practice. Don't worry, Tomi. Also, I just realized that I need to hide this thing. Alright, let's start sketching. How should I do this? Maybe I'll like put down a book and I'll like start writing on it. And like I'll like have like a tier of like a piece of paper. And basically that's those papers are going to like absorb into like this jellyfish, which is a soul, lost soul, what it looks like in my universe. I'll probably have myself like in the center. Fumer says it's not like I always type bad. Well, I mean, yeah. Like when it comes to like short sentences, you're alright. But like when you're like, you know, writing long sentences, always use commas and, you know, periods. Fumer says if you have to write and translate long documents for a long period of time, typing fast and like a mess is a way to release stress. Oh yeah, typing fast does, you know, is still good. But at the same time, you know, there's something I actually always say, it's never good to rush things. Like, rushing is never the answer. Because, like, in attempts... Because why do you rush, right? You rush in order to save time, but attempts of rushing to save time, you actually gain more time. You actually consume more time in attempts to save more time because of the mistakes you make along the way. Think of it as like it's like a +1 No, it's like -1 but +2 when it comes to rushing. You're gaining -1 when it comes to time due to the rush and speed that you're going at, but each time you make a mistake, it's actually +2, or most often not, it's like +4 or 5 due to that one mistake you made. That, like, in attempts to save the time, you're actually, you know, spending way more time than you should be. As in, like, if you're actually properly train yourself to, you know, put in proper grammar and commas and all that, you can type fast, you can type as fast as you want, like, as in, like, you can type as you think, as in, like, your typing speed as fast as, like, the ideas that come to your head, but you're still using proper grammar, but that's only achievable through regular repetence of practice and engraved habits of proper grammar, right? Tommy says, I'm currently drawing Laser Bear because I love the character so much. Tommy says, I feel like the bear costs as much as I... Maybe. Yeah, like the Laser Bear that I drew really does look like a Katsura. It's probably like one of those stereotypical redneck Texas people who goes like, hey, back in my days, or like, not back in my days, yeah, little part of the town. What you little doing here, Yankees? Or something like that, you know? Yankees is a term for outsiders, right? So if I'm Asian, since I'm an Asian, I go to Texas and they'll call me Yankee. But like, I think that's like a thing that they say. Oh wait, it's 12 o'clock. We spent the entire stream just talking about like lore and explaining myself and all that. But that was still pretty fun, wasn't it? I just had fun talking with you guys. Let's save that as May Bonaire Brigade Piece 1. GFFI. Gee. Alright. Tommy says, I'm currently... Oh. Tommy says, LOL, yeah, little... Yeah, you little dingy doodle, you little barnacle. You little sizzleberry. At least I can swear if I want to, but I try to avoid swearing, you know? It's just, as I said, similar to how grammar works, if you're used to swearing, you will swear often. And although, like, swearing once in a while is, like, you know, really nice in delivery, I feel like, you know, clean language is much more comfortable to listen to. That's why I'm practicing clean language. Alright, let's end it here, shall we? And tonight we're gonna continue with Superliminal. T says Cthulhu. Oh no, T is possessed. Are you alright? Wake up. Come back, TG. Come back to the world. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna say thank you to y'all. And we'll see you this evening. Thank you for coming today, Tomi. Thank you for coming today, Sora. Thank you for coming by, Aru. Va. Thank you for everything, Fumoru. Thank you for coming, Tomi. And thank you for coming, Gorf. Thank you for coming, TG. Thank you for coming, Raku. Thank you. Let's see. How many more? Thank you, Kat. And thank you everyone else that came by the stream today. That, you know, wasn't really writing in the chat, but it's always nice to have you guys here. But really, I'll be extremely sad if I had to stream by myself, you know? Now Taichi says, oh no, I haven't been here for long. Sorry, Taichi. But I am going to stream this evening, so I'll be happy if you were here this evening. I'll see you there then, if you're not busy. But like, it's because you guys come to streams and because you guys are willing to hang out with me and spend your time here that I can stream like I do. So I can't really thank you guys enough, you know? So truly, again, today, thank you for coming by. I love you all. And I truly, truly appreciate you spending your time with me. tonight we are going to play Superliminal. And hopefully, you know, I can continue showing you guys my puzzle power. Just kidding, but I'll see you guys around. Hope you guys have an amazing morning, a warm, fuzzy, yet cool and breezy afternoon, a relaxing and restful evening with no sad or nightmares, just all happy dreams. I'll see you guys around. Stay safe and healthy out there. Until next time, bye-bye. Bye-bye. I love you all. Cat says, see ya, Phil. Alright, I'll see you later, Cat. Have a sweet dream, or like have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye. 愛してるよ、みんな。本当に愛してるよ。
Thank you.